As we continue to highlight and celebrate the 100th anniversary of Naval Station Norfolk, we are focusing on its past, its impact on our local community and the world, as well as its people and its leadership.
And our Jen Lewis got to sit down with several former commanding officers, including the current commander, to talk about the evolution of the base over the century.
You've heard the quote, "Leaders are not born, they're made." Nowhere is that more true than in the United States Navy. As we celebrate the centennial of Naval Station Norfolk, we reflect on its leadership, those who have guided its growth since 1917.
Albert C. Dillingham was the first commander of the Naval Operating Base, as it was known. He actually was a Civil War veteran in the Army, believe it or not.
Dillingham is credited with the construction startup of the base. Major growth took place at Norfolk Naval Station during the first two World Wars, and it nearly doubled in size during World War II. Another commander of note is Admiral Jackson Parker.
In his career, he had actually started as an enlisted man and rose all the way to flag rank, which was a tremendous achievement.
Admiral Jake Tobin served as Commander Naval Base Norfolk from 1990 to 1993, a time when the Navy was reorganizing and developing a regional administration.
We really needed to rethink the structure of the regional commanders, of the regional base commanders.
Admiral Tobin recommended a system of regional base management in 1993. In 1999, Commander Navy Region Mid-Atlantic was formed, one of the many set up around the country as a result of his influence. One who has risen among the regional ranks is Admiral Mary Jackson. She had her first stint as a shore commanding officer at Naval Station Norfolk.
That was a world that I had just believed was behind the magic curtain for the first 20 years of my career.
Admiral Jackson was the first and so far only female commander of the base.
The opportunities for women over the years, and certainly my career, have changed significantly, and I've been very, very fortunate to be really on the bow wave with several other women as both policy and legal changes have occurred over the years.
A century ago, Naval Station Norfolk looked a lot different and smaller. It sat on 474 acres.
Now we're 6,200 acres where we have a $5 billion worth of infrastructure here on the base, and we have a huge impact to the local economy, in addition to an impact to the mission of the Navy globally. This is definitely the hub of naval activity, so we're very proud of it.
Next week, Lex Gray and Deanna LeBlanc will highlight more stories of Naval Station Norfolk's history and show you what the next 100 years might look like. Jen Lewis, 10 on your side.